Hello, good evening, netizens. Welcome to our institution, the Institute of Global Professionals, and welcome to an international free webinar. To our lovely spectators tonight, thank you all for joining in this wonderful evening. So, today I am your host for the evening, Miss Tel, faculty development personnel from the Philippines. My dear audience, I am delighted to tell you all that I am grateful to be part with IGP's endeavor and that I am honored and privileged to be your host in this webinar. In this stunning evening, it is my pleasure and humble request to all our viewers to stay with us till the end of this webinar because I am sure we will have important takeaways from this meeting. So each time you are welcome to like and comment in our webinar. And don't forget to tag, share, and mention your friends in the comment box. So let's watch and learn together. We believe that power is gained by sharing knowledge, not hoarding it, because this innovation inspires great impact. Once again, I am Miss Tel from Philippines, faculty development personnel, a core volunteer, a mother, a student, a hopeful, awarded to be a lifetime member of IGP. And now, every day we have new participants that join us. So before starting our program, let me tell you all about IGP. So, the Institute of Global Professionals' mission is to empower all communities through its people by enhancing everyone's learning. IGP serves students and community resource, providing a holistic social work and education to create a proficient generation. We are entrusted with the international standard of recognition. We make it get at able to use every knowledge seekers to originate a personality that is more determined, to have ambition, confident to face any circumstance, and developed own skills. And the Institute of Global Professionals believe that it's not effective to increase one's skills just by obtaining formal education. So we provide effective training and consultation to produce a proficient generation all over the world. IGP is a leading online skill development institute with thousands of learners worldwide. We organized our webinars, trainings, offline and online courses with our best trained speakers and coaches from all over the world. That is to produce a best learning platform for you all. And with that, we have already completed 185 webinars successfully. And we expect that everybody will benefit in this webinar in personal and professional life. Likewise, we wish that you will be with us in this journey till the end. And let me remind you once again, don't forget to share, tag, comment, and mention your friends in the comment box because your support inspires us to do better in providing the best service to our lovely audience tonight. Again, a warm welcome to you all. And let's start our program with IGP's mantra, Feed Your Skills, with our 186th webinar entitled Financial Education. At this point, I would like to introduce our first speaker, a life and motivational master coach, licensed financial advisor, Ma'am Pauline Villanueva of the Philippines. Hello, Ma'am Pau.
Hello. Great evening. Thanks for a great introduction from you, Miss Tel. And hello to everyone who is now watching and eager to learn more about financial education. Hello, everyone. Wherever you are, whatever you do, I hope we can enjoy learning from each other. So please keep on sharing and sending all your comments.
Okay, thank you once again, ma'am, and the viewers are yours.
Yes, thank you so much. So now, welcome to the first part of financial education. So this is Coach Pau Villanueva from iHelp Coaching and Business Solutions. And I would like to welcome everyone. So I'm now going to share the first part of financial education. Yeah, there you go. I hope you can see my screen. So first is financial literacy. We are about to we will talk about an empowered perspective in times of pandemic. So once again, this is Pauline or Coach Pau Villanueva, a certified financial planning professional. Allow me to introduce myself a little bit more. A certified powers discovery master coach, wherein we uh, assess different strengths between all these professions, teachers, leaders, or whoever wants to know and to determine their strengths. So that's certified powers discovery is all about. And also a licensed financial advisor from one of the global insurance company, and also a manager trainer, one of the financial institution here in the Philippines. So welcome to Institute of Global Professionals today. I hope you are doing great and hope you can also take down notes because I've heard there will be a quiz after this. All right. So let us know what financial education is all about. So first, primarily aim is to make individuals better prepared at managing their money, reaching their financial goals, and avoiding stress. So who among of you are really experiencing in stress, or the main cause of stress is financial problems? Yeah, there. So you can share in the comment box. Yeah, and then who can also relate, those who are really struggling uh, as an effect of the pandemic. No, uh, it's really a challenge for everyone, how to overcome these financial problems. And that's why we're here, to learn more about financial educations. So thus ultimately improving their financial well-being. So this is based on the International Survey for Financial Literacy for Adulting, right? So there. So let's continue. So before we could really learn the concepts of financial literacy, let's have this self-assessment. So this self-assessment has three parts. First is the knowledge check, then the second is the behavioral, and the last will be the attitude. So it depends on you if you want to answer it on a comment, but it's not really required if you want to assess yourself. So that's why it's a self-assessment. You can just take down notes, your answers. So first, let's start with the knowledge check. Do you have a basic understanding of the following? First, time value of money. Second, loan interest. Third, simple interest calculation. Fourth, compounding interest. Fifth, risk and return. Sixth, inflation. Seventh, risk diversification. So these are the common terms that we are really encountering when it comes to financial education, financial literacy. No. But don't worry, I don't need to explain this further, but it's just an awareness on how we could really assess our basic understanding of these terms. No? So if you want to know more about it, you can search it and let's figure out what are these items that really discussing by the usual common or the usual financial advisors that you are encountering or that you have talked earlier or you have talked before previously. So let me continue with the self-assessment. I hope you also appreciate this knowledge check, right? Next, it's about behavior. Answerable by yes or no. Are you able to apply the following? First, are you planning for long-term finances? Second, are you able to purchase or do you have a plan to purchase financial products or services? Then third, are you also considering to prepare your funds? And what are the purposes of preparing these funds? Okay. So as we all know, we have to prepare for our retirement. But there are four funds for us to really prepare. First is the health protection. The second would be the retirement, education, and the income protection. Just a bonus knowledge for you. All right. So next self-assessment. In terms of attitude, let's answer each item by agree or disagree. So in each statement, do you agree with this statement? First, I tend to live for today and let tomorrow take care of itself. This is for a long term purpose. Or do you believe on a long term or a short term? So you can type or you can take note your answer personally on this first item. Then, second, I find it more satisfying to spend money than to save it for the long term. It is about saving and the long term again. So the long term saving, uh, are you considering to save more than to spend, or are we able or to really spend money aside from or before considering to save for the future? And the last one is money is there to be spent. So these are the common attitudes that really hinders for us to think of the long term and the future. So I hope you enjoy the self-assessment. Now, we are now moving to the concept. Why do we need and it's important to know this financial literacy? Because these are the three essentials in life, right? Do you agree? Have you met? So MET stands for M, money, E for energy, T for time. Okay. So why do we need to consider as essential for money? Because money really it's not really an important thing, but it would also affect the most it would also affect the quality of life. Why? Because of money, that's why we are really learning on to make it grow, because we have to really improve the quality of life that we deserve, right? We are working hard, we are trying to achieve, all the dreams for ourselves, for our families, and that's why we are also considering this as one of the essentials in life. Next is energy. So do you have energy? I mean, do you have enough energy to balance everything, your responsibilities, your accountabilities between your work, between your family, your workmates, or career? Because right now, uh, during this pandemic, we are now working at home. And it's really a challenge to separate the responsibilities between your work and your household chores. Who who's the one relate to this? Yes, so I know most of you are really relate to this kind of scenario. So one of the things that we really consider as an essential is for us to preserve that energy or to manage that energy. Because, in our 24 hours time, most of people that you will encounter, you will ask about how do you manage your time, how do you manage your energy. No, I cannot really attend to this because they have to sleep. Yes, right? So do you agree with that? And also, if we are also considering to manage the energy, we have also consider the time because this is a precious essential, right? Because time, we have this 24 hours. No, do you agree? We have the same 24 hours given to us, but why is it that we have different results? Some people are successful, some people are struggling, but then it's about how you can put your productivity or your time to or your activities on a certain period of time. So how do you manage your 24 hours? So have you met a certain level in terms of money, energy, and time? Let's figure out. First is, how do we know if money is working for us? Money at work. If you are working hard for the next, let's say you can work at least 8 hours or even more, do you know that money also working hard for us 24/7? But it depends on you on how you can get this opportunity for your money machine to work it out, right? So first, if you consider that money is really working for you, you have to consider the first item is the prosper. We would know if you are if you are achieving a prosperity life if you have this health, a good health, a great wealth, and happiness, not only for you, but also for other people, or most of all for your loved ones, right? And also, for the business people here, how about your business? Is it profitable? Uh, are you really gaining or capital gains? It's really uh, taking more money from all your investments, assets, taking money inside your pocket, no? Versus, it's just really comparing, no? Who among of you are aware of the profit loss, profit gains, assets versus liabilities, and even tangibles? Are you acquiring an asset for tangibles like properties? Is this properties really an asset or a liability? So make sure that money really works for you if it's profitable. Then last is projection. This is the one the really based on time, right? So if we can consider that money, energy, and time is very limited, we also consider or recognize the projection that future is really need to taken care of, right? By what? By trying to figure out what aspects that you can grow. Is it financial? spiritual, emotional, or mental growth. That's why we are here learning about financial literacy. And also the protection for uh, health, protection for your family. Are you also considered it as a sustainable one? How long would you like to uh, to maintain that insurance? So that's these are the items that we need to figure out. Okay, money at work. Next, how about man at work? That's what I have said earlier. In terms of productivity, and we have a 24 hours, how do we manage our sleep? Is it really uh, an 8 hour sleep, an 8 hour for work, or an 8 hour for your personal and even family time? So that we could also learn to balance. That's why 24 hours, we have to divide it into at least as much as possible. Ideally, we could balance it. But of course, this is just a mind mapping technique. If you can uh, have this or consider the self discovery, we would know where are the stress coming from, where do you see those emotional struggles. Maybe we already lacking time in our personal or me time, right? So this is also considered as a productivity item for us. Then next, performance. In order for us to achieve high performance, whether it's work or business, we have to really continue improving skills. And we have this online opportunities to really learn more, just like this webinar. And also, we have online digital courses. Then abilities, your ability to live. Don't forget that. We have a gift, that ability to survive and to thrive, and also with the knowledge. That's why we're here, to learn more, to gain more knowledge from other people. Next, prime time. In order for us to know if we are really doing great in this times of pandemic, we could also celebrate small success, small victories. These small victories or small wins would also contribute to the legacy that you are trying to achieve. And by doing so, we are also achieving greatness for us and for other people. So these are the three indicators if we are really working according to what? According to our goals. Next, there you go. That's why we are learning that money, energy, and time really matters, because we have different stages in life. So, whatever stage you are right now, so if you're a student, you got time, you got energy, oh, there's no money. But uh, most of us, maybe we are now working and experiencing that we got money, we got energy, but no time. And that's why uh, we're here to really figure out. So we have 24 hours and I don't have time. Is it possible that we don't have time, or we just need to really put uh, a time on those things that we need, or that we need to do, or that those are the things that really matters to us, right, as a working adult. And some of us, or even us, will also go to this stage of retirees. They have They got time, they got money, but no energy because of health, because of for a long period of time working. So uh, it's really a cause. It would also a reason for them to lose their energy because of the age, old age, and health conditions. And now, what if at the last part, what if we have no time, we don't have money, and we don't have energy at all because of this pandemic? Maybe we have to really check. Do you know that overthinking would also uh, overthinking allows you to lose that energy that you have? Why not just avoid overthinking and also think the things that you love, the things that you want to do in the next 5 to 10 years, right? So yeah, that's money, energy, and time matters. Now, so our direction is to know if how money works in a different level, right? So level one, if you are working in a job, if you are an employee, a self-employed, and or a non-leveraged income, meaning you are exerting your time and effort for a purpose, right? So this is the level one, that how money works. Then the next level is level two, or the purpose of becoming a business owner and the same time investor, right? So the purpose is the same: tight offering, asset building, all right? So improving the lifestyle that you have. Okay. And the last level that we want to really achieve, the ultimate level that we want to achieve that purpose, money that works without you. Oh, is it is it possible that money works without you, or without really exerting too much time and effort? And the purpose are, there are a lot of purpose to consider here. As you can see, first, maybe some of you want to become a philanthropist, want to build churches, kingdom investing. That's what we call. And also multiple assets. And multiple assets could mean different, maybe properties, paper assets, or additional, creating additional sources of income. Because we have to really figure out that different sources of income, different sources of expenses deserves different sources of income, right? And also growing our wealth and to build a greater city and a nation of prosperity. So through transformation, whatever transformation, whether it's life, career, or business transformation, right? So there. So these are the levels based on the reference here. You can search it, or you can read it, www.wealthbuilders.org, different income levels. So, which of the levels that you want to achieve here? The level 1, level 2, or level 3, or the transformation or the transitions from each level. All right? So there, learning. Financial problems are not fixed with money, right? But with financial education. You can have all the money in the world, but if you fail to really get all the opportunities to preserve that wealth, or to really manage and maintain that success, if you are the person who already achieved that financial success, it's a challenge for you to maintain it so that you can also transfer that wealth to the next generation. Right? So hopefully, this session would also help you to learn, and it's a starting point for you to reset, to recover whatever financial situation that you have. So thank you for participating.
All right, ma'am. That's a marvelous presentation. Thank you. So,
Thank
guys,
you.
what are your takeaways? My takeaways were that is an empowered perspective in this time of pandemic. And the concepts, the levels of how money works inspire me and us to self-check where we spend our money, energy, and time, but also to assess ourselves. How are we growing? Really,
Right.
awareness is one of the important key to have the right behavior and attitude to have a prosperous financial growth. So, Ma'am Pauline,
Agree.
that's amazing.
Wow, thank you for
So,
appreciating that presentation.
all right, to our audience, what are your takeaways once again? And because, Ma'am, you shared your knowledge with us, we will see you. Thank you. We will see you later on our Q&A. Thank you, Ma'am
Sure.
Pau.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. All right. That's amazingly inspiring. All right. Are you ready for our next speaker? But before that, I would like once again to remind you all to please support us with your share, tag, comments, and mention your friends. We will give the e-certificate link in the comment box in which you can collect your e-certificates direct from our website. That is www.igp.com. And after collecting your e-certificates, don't forget to celebrate with IGP by checking in. Now, let me present our second speaker. He is a licensed professional teacher, certified financial planner, certified business skills trainer, and a doctor of management technology. Let's all welcome Dr. Jericho D. Ecija of the Philippines. Hello, Sir
Hello.
Jericho.
Hello,
Welcome.
good evening, participants. Good evening, Miss Moderator. Welcome to
Yes, good evening, sir.
IGP, Institute of Global Professionals. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Am I?
And at this time, the
Okay.
viewers are yours, sir. Welcome once again.
Okay.
Okay,
Can
sir.
I share screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay. So once again, let's welcome Sir Jericho. Okay. Uh, Sir, your screen is not shared yet at this point. All right, here we go. So once again, sir, the viewers are yours. Thank you.
Oh, yes.
And let's enjoy this
Okay.
session.
So, is it Cinnable, ma'am?
Yes, sir. All right, we're waiting for the slideshow. Okay,
Okay.
there it
So,
is.
once again, good evening, my dear participants all over the world. Yes, because this is international webinar. So, I am Sir Jericho, a faculty member from Prophetic Christian High School. Okay, so I'll be talking on financial planning, and this revolves on this session objectives. So stages of financial life, purpose of money, or purposes of money, major steps for financial success, strategies on making, managing, and multiplying mastering money. Okay, shall I start? Okay, so there are three stages. Basically, there are three stages of financial life. We call this learning stage. The first stage will be learning stage. This is where uh, this is otherwise known as school days, wherein a person gets education or acquire knowledge, attitude, skills, and appropriate behavior. The school days. Okay. The second one is earning stage. This is where after gaining education, a person he or she applies what he learned from the school, what he or she learned from the school. This is what we call working days, wherein a person gets connected to a certain organization and gets paid for his labor, he gets salaries and wage based on his or her performance. The third one will be yearning stage. We cannot skip this one. Retirement days. So in this stage, we must assure that uh, we have this capital, we have this assets to finance everything that we need to finance. Okay, the purposes of money. One of the purposes of money. By the way, my presentation will be based on the acronym that I provided. I go with PERA. Okay, so PERA, P stands for preparation. Okay, so preparation. One of the best preparation is education. According to the famous mantra, education pays the best interest. So you prepare so that you can you can have a good grasp on what possible expenses that will occur in that particular month, in the succeeding month, or in the next year. Okay. The second one is education. So yes, as what I've said earlier, that education, investment to education pays the best interest. Okay, I hope this is very clear. Okay, the next word starts with letter R. R means revenue. In business, when we say revenue, it has something to do with income. No, you have the you will be earning income, and A stands for acquisition. Acquisition is all about acquiring things that could somehow benefit in the near future. So with that, I leave you the para preparation, education, revenue, and acquisition. What are the 5 major steps in financial success? So the 5 major steps for financial success will be developing self. Okay, so I use also acronym self. S stands for discipline. Self discipline. What's this self discipline all about? Self discipline entails of learning what's basically your needs and wants. You need to determine between needs and wants. Needs, these are the things that you need to comply. Otherwise, you cannot survive. And if it's wants, it's okay if you cannot comply at all. Okay, you can still survive that. Education and experience. Education and experience. Development of self. Self development requires education. It is in this part wherein we acquire the necessary competencies, the necessary characteristics, attitudes, the attributes that could be helpful to a certain organization the moment you become a worker. And of course, experience. Okay, me as a teacher, I adopted this mantra that experience is the best teacher. So what about leverage? When we say leverage, you are using something to a maximum advantage. That's leverage all about. And foresight means forecasting. You forecast, you advance your thinking towards a possible expense that will occur. Okay, so I leave you self development. self-discipline, education, experience, leverage, and foresight. Resources also. Resources should be used for income generation. Hours. One of the important resource that we need to have is the time element or hours. Okay, understanding IT. Well, in this century, we need to understand how IT works. You need to embrace the culture of industrial of information technology. Okay? Another thing will be material things. Material things, your ability or skills, and the network or connections that you're going to establish. So as a person, you need to have a good grasp on your ability, on how are you going to network with yourselves, to be in the team, to collaborate, because that is important in today's fourth industrial revolution or 21st century. We need to collaborate. Gone are the days that there is what we call competition. So this time it's all about collaboration. Okay. So I review resources that could be used for income generation. Income stream should be multiple. 5 major steps uh, for financial success. Income stream should be multiple. We have this one, body, persevere for promotion. Okay, you have to persevere for promotion. If you are a teacher, you're a teacher one for 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, and still not promoted. You need to upgrade yourself. You need to embrace. You need to make yourself. Um, you need to upgrade yourself. You need to develop your talent and skills and use it for the betterment of a certain organization. Okay, so use for brains for push for expansion and build system. So you practice, no? You practice diversification. Okay, I review the income stream should be multiple. Value. Another thing is value should be increased. Okay, there is no small task, only small mind. So as a person, you need to be open-minded. You need to have secure information that could somehow enlighten your mind, help you develop in terms of your as a person for your growth and development. So there is no small task, only small mind. Help people learn, earn, and yearn. So helping people, we are living in the world of others. So we need to help people for them to learn, to earn, and yearn. So it's not good that you're just selfish. You need to share what you learn, what you know. You need to collaborate to other people and be valuable to be promotable. Okay, so uh, the value is really important, and your value should increase. Okay, another thing is expenses should be managed. You need to manage expenses. When I said earlier, I mentioned one of the key elements or one of the best practices is you need to determine the needs and the wants. Is it the need or a wants? You need to prioritize everything. Set priority. Is it priority one? What comes first? Is this belongs to a priority list? So that's it. Expenses should be managed. your expenses should not go beyond to your income. Okay, so if your income is here, if your income is here, your expenses should be here. Okay, not this one. Okay, we have a lot. We have this kind of expenses, productive expense. We call it investment. Investment concept will be, I guess this will be tackled by the next presenter, Sir AJ. Productive expense. You focus on investment. You're just you have the knowledge on how are you going to invest or put money in a certain investment scheme. No. Okay. This is all about productive expense. What about preventive expense? Preventive expense is all about savings. Okay, savings. You save first, and then expense will follow. Okay, protective expense. It has something to do with determination of needs. No, protective. You protect, and permissive expense is wants. Okay, so um, I have with you the productive expense, the preventive expense, which is the savings, protective expense for the needs and wants, and permissive expense. Okay. So another topic will be strategies in making, managing, or multiplying or mastering money. So I have prepared acronyms that would justify my presentation, which is I prepare to to have this one work. Work. W stands for work with excellence. Everything you do, work with excellence. Okay? Be an asset to a certain organization. Offer products and services that you love doing that can solve problems. So, if you're good into research, love research. Embrace the culture of research. Offer products and services that you love doing that can solve problems. R, R stands for rely on God's wisdom and guidance. So, this is uh, the number one feature of the having a strategies in making, managing, multiplying, mastering money. So rely on God's wisdom and guidance. And the last one will be keep on looking for additional income opportunities that align to your passion, principles, purpose, and potential. So there you go. So everything you go, it must be backed up with your passion. Okay, your passion, your principles, your purpose, and potentials and capabilities. Okay, another strategies in making, managing, multiplying, mastering money is to build your self-esteem on your God-given identity instead of your property. So you should focus on the way that you look into yourself, and for self growth and self development. God, your talent given by God. And of course, understand financial management. We have this financial management. You need to learn about saving. You need to learn about budgeting, about spending, about investing, and debt management, servicing. So all in all, it's a full package. Document your money in and out. Yes, this is important also. Document what goes in and what goes out. The cash flow statement, okay, in accounting. Income, compute your income for the particular month, and uh, another table will be tallied for your money that goes out. Okay, so income and expenses. What comes in and what comes out. Get rid of your debts by negotiating, committing, and fulfilling. Yes. So if you have debts, You need to settle by negotiating and committing to that person by fulfilling your financial uh, uh, financial what do you call this one, obligation. Okay, financial obligation. And uh, we have under E, establish your emergency fund amounting to 3 months of your salary. So that's it. The computation is very clear. For if you want to establish emergency fund, it should be totaled. It should be amounted to 3 months of your salary. If your salary is 20,000, so make sure that you have 60,000 for your emergency funds. Okay, under T, for budget, think of your future and your children's and grandchildren's future. So you need to be futuristic. Okay, you're not just thinking for yourself, but for others. Think of your future and your children and grandchildren's future. Okay, so I leave you budget. The term budget. Another strategies in making, managing, multiplying, and mastering money is involve your creator. Yes, I have here prepared acronym invest. Invest. What does invest mean? Involve your creator. I stands for involve your creator, your spouse, if you have your life partner in decision making. So it's not um, it's not acceptable if you just decide in your own. So involve creator for guidance, and of course your wife if you have, for a possible second opinion on your decision. Okay, never invest out of your budget, and never invest out of your budget. Yes. Okay. So if you don't have the idea, stop it. Do not invest. Venture only into something that you understand. Okay. Earnings from investment should be used with a balance of enjoyment and reinvesting, and start early. That is why I inculcated what I've mentioned earlier, that time element is one of the acceptable um, virtues in human being. You need to start early. The earlier, the better. That's all about time management, the time element. And for T stands for uh, take time to study other investment tools. There are a lot of investment schemes, so all you need to have is to understand that particular investment scheme. Never venture into something that you could not understand. Okay. Another strategies. I'll give you this acronym GIVE. So generously and cheerfully give. In a certain organization, if there is someone who needs your help, generously and give time to help, be it if it's financial, intellectual, moral. Yes, you need to be in good terms with others. You need to help one another. Involve your partner. Yes, involve your partner in decision making. uh, you can come up with a good decision if you consult opinion from other people. Two heads are better than one. Okay, so under V, volunteer for cause-oriented activities and communities. This concept belongs to what we call social responsibility. Okay, you're giving back what you have to a certain society or a certain community. Okay, and of course, enlarge your ability to serve. Okay, so I guess it's very clear. Generously and cheerfully give, involve your partner, volunteer for cause-oriented activities, enlarge your ability to serve. So with that, I thank you for listening.
Wow, sir. Another inspiring and remarkable presentation. Thank you for that, sir. I
Thank
have my
you.
take takeaways. So, you guys, do you have your takeaways? Sir, my takeaways, stages of financial life. Thank you for sharing that. It's about learning, earning, yearning. The pera, the preparation, education, revenue, acquisition, and I have learned also the five major steps of financial success.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
important. And development, resource, income, streams, the value, the expenses, and all that. Also the strategies, the budget, invest, you have to give, and most importantly, you have to work and be an asset of your
Yes.
organization because everybody has talents, guys. Netizens,
Correct.
it is given by our God, and it's up to us how many we will use. So let's all be futuristic in terms of economic success. But what strikes me is that financial planning, according to Sir Jericho, Dr. Jericho, with the right education and
Yes.
experience,
Failure to
increase
plan.
our growth. Yes, sir. Towards realizing
Yes.
our financial goals, guys. So, ano pang inaantay natin?
Okay.
Sir Jericho, that is inspiring and it's timely useful. A very important topic. And with that, sir, we will see you on our Q&A. Thank you very much. All right. That was a very good session once again. So, before we will move on to our third speaker, I'd like once again to remind you all, please support us with your share, tag, comments, and mention your friends. We will give, once again, the e-certificate link and the code in the comment box, and which you can collect your e-certificate direct from our website. It's www.eduigp.com, and after collecting your certificates, don't forget to celebrate with us. Check in at IGP. So now we have our third speaker. He is a university professor in the New Era University, certified Six Sigma Black Belter, a doctor in business administration, and a licensed financial advisor. Everybody, let's welcome Dr. Abrian Joy Orencia. Hello, sir.
Hi.
Good evening.
Hi, good evening, good afternoon, and good morning to all over the world, diba? So,
Yes, sir.
we are global. Okay?
Yes.
So, thank you so much for the overwhelming introduction about me, okay? So, I'm hoping that you will keep on listening because the two speakers earlier has a very interesting topics, and I hope that you will be interested in my topic also.
Yes, sir. We are so excited, sir. And with that, sir, the floor is yours. I mean, the viewers are yours, sir. We are
Thank you so
excited.
much. So let me
Yes, sir.
first share my screen,
Yes, sir.
fire screen. Okay. So so the topic that is assigned to me right now is investment strategies. So we are going to study now the basics of investments because as a startup, or entry level when it comes to this particular topic, we must know to learn the basic. Okay. So again, I am Dr. Abrian Joy B. Orencia. I'm a licensed professional teacher, certified financial markets professional, a certified Six Sigma Black Belter, a member of the Institute of Certified Bookkeepers, and an accredited project manager. Okay. First, we have to know. So let's just make it simple. First, we have to know in the scientific process, the first step is for us to know what's the problem. Okay? So that's my first slide. So the question in my first slide is what are the reasons why other people are having financial stress? So let us answer that. Number one, people don't know what to do with their finances. They are surplus. They have their income, but they don't know where to spend it. They don't know where to use it. They don't know what to do with that. So people are lacking of knowledge. So we are talking about the knowledge here, finance knowledge. And the second one, some people might have the knowledge, but they are not taking action. So what are you going to do with the knowledge? Do nothing about it? That's a wrong thing to do. And then the third one is there are some people that has the knowledge and taking action of it, but there is no consistency or discipline. So these are the common problem why the people in different why the people is encountering financial stress. Okay? So we are talking about the knowledge. Sir AJ, so you have mentioned that some people or majority of the people, because that's the first problem, do not know what to do with their finances. As you have mentioned, they are lacking of knowledge. Lacking of knowledge in terms of finances. Because here in my slide, there are three types of education. So these three types of education must known to every people. Okay? The first one is academic education. This academic education is more on the schooling, as mentioned by Dr. Jericho, the other speaker, the second speaker. It's the school time or learning from integrated school. Professional education is from college life. Okay? So teaching about the skills, knowledge, and attitude for doing a professional thing. But majority of the people are forgetting about this third one. What's this third one? The third one is financial education. It's because as the definition itself in finance, it's the arts of science and managing money. And when we are encountering money, isn't it every day? Isn't it every day that we are encountering or we are using this medium of exchange? So we must know how to manage it well. Okay? So what is this financial education all about? Okay? So for personal finance, first you must understand the basic money management. As mentioned by the previous speakers, the basic management is all about budgeting, is all about knowing your expenses, knowing your income. By the way, I might share this following basic money management tool. Okay. So, as mentioned earlier, you must know what are your inflows. Okay. What are your income? Okay. So, we have three types of income. The three types of income is the first one is active, the one we are getting in our salary. Okay. That's the first one. The second one is passive. This is a return from an investment. And a portfolio, it is an income earned from interest. Okay? So, you have the potential to have those particular three particular income, type of income. Okay? So, you have the potential. You just have to unleash yourself in doing this particular three potential income. And then after that, you must plan how to spend it. Not only you have it, but you must also plan where to spend it, how to use it. Because when we are talking about management, it's because what we have mentioned, sir, you have mentioned financial, our finance is the arts of science in managing money. So we are talking about management. So what is management all about? Isn't it being effective and efficient? And what are you going to choose between the two? You are going to choose to be efficient. Why? It's because it's being effective, it's being efficient, is being effective by exerting a less resources or less effort. Okay? So, the third one is for you to increase the highest potential of your money. And that's the third bullet. It's investing. And that's my task to you. But before I can teach you the different, or I can share with you the different ways or different strategies or different investment vehicle, let us know, have we um have we met have we met these particular requirements for us to be involved in this kind of process, which is investing? Okay? So, let's start. So what are these particular investment prerequisites? This particular investment prerequisite is number one in the hierarchy. Before being engaged into different investment, you must meet the basic necessary expenses of yours. Again, it is mentioned by the previous speaker. You must know how to prioritize. You must categorize your needs over wants. So you must list down these particular necessary expenses. Okay? So you must undergo, how are you going to solve it? If you master the budget, then you have met this particular step one, which is the meeting the basic necessary expenses. And what comes after? What comes after this? After meeting this particular basic necessary expenses and you have surplus funds, then you must have generate or save for your emergency funds. Sir, how much must be the emergency funds? Usually, it's your expenses, your monthly expenses multiplied by 6. Because whatever happens to you, if there are uncertainties, at least 6 months, you can live the life that you are used to. Okay, so you must establish this particular emergency funds. So again, the first one is it is being solved by budgeting. Number two, it is being solved by bank management, putting savings into different financial institutions. And then number three, sir, I still have surplus funds after I establish this particular emergency funds. Number three, you must have established income protection vehicles. What is this income protection vehicles means? The first one, it's all about insurance. So you must all have insurance before entering this number four. The number four is knowledge on different investment vehicles to enter. Again, as what I have mentioned, you must know how to do this particular investment works. The first speaker mentioned that. So let us know what is money works for you. It's not working for the money. So let us target this particular money is working for you. The second speaker is taught us about how are we going to manage our money for us to have surplus funds, for us to have extra, for us to have invested it into particular vehicle. Okay? So you must meet this particular four variables or four necessary expenses, emergency funds, income protection vehicles, and knowledge on the different investment vehicle. Because you must never engage yourself for what you do not know. So number four is very important. So, sir, you are talking and talking all about this particular investment. So let us first define what is this particular investment? What does it mean? How different institution or define it. So as you can see in our screen, it's an investment is an asset. Oh, sounds like jargon to some of you, which is not involved or engaged in business education. So asset means it's everything that company or a person owns. So we are talking about an ownership here. Or item acquired with the goal of, what is the goal? Generating income or appreciation. Again, that's the target. That's the main objective of the business. It is given in the definition. The first, it must be an ownership. It must be owned of you. Who is responsible? The responsible one is you. Okay? So what's your objective? Okay, number 2. The objective of you in this particular investment vehicle is for you to generate income or appreciation. Appreciation means it's appraise. What do you mean by appraise? Increase the value, marginal. Okay? So that what investment means. Okay? So the 4 golden rules in investing. The first one, there's no other time, but there is no other best time to invest than today. So it is given in the first bullet, it's you must invest early. Okay? So you invest early. And then number 2, you invest regularly. Make it a program to your budget. So I need to invest. After meeting this particular 3 investment prerequisites, I'm expecting that you understand this particular slides. Okay? So, invest regularly. It's not only once, di ba? I have mentioned to all of you in my previous slide. So you must have the knowledge, you must take action of it, and then you must be consistent. And that's what invest regularly means. And then, number 3, you must invest for a long term. Okay? And then the 4th one, you must invest using diversification. Okay? So, know your personal financial statement. Okay? Your personal financial statement means about, it is by Robert Kiyosaki. The first one, it's all about asset. What is asset in personal finance by Robert Kiyosaki? Robert Kiyosaki mentioned in his books all about asset. Income statement, or sorry, the asset that you are going to build must bring income into your pocket. Must give money to you. And anything that removes money from your pocket is a liability. You must understand what are the income generating ownership you have. And that's asset. You evaluate your present financial condition and the things that gets money out from your pocket, and that's a liability. I'm hoping that you can follow. So, our goal now for investment, as mentioned by the previous slide, it must be generating income or appreciation. So, generating income, we have already categorized it. So, our goal for our investment is for us to build wealth. What's the first one you need to do? The first you need to do is to set your financial goals. How much do I want after 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, and 20 years? And then you must plan how you will achieve that particular financial goals. Isn't it that if you have already realized that you are not getting enough salary or enough getting inflows, you are going to do some steps for you to achieve that particular financial goals. So you are going to work hard for you to achieve this particular financial goals. And how are you going to do that? How are you going to be able to do that particular surplus funds that you need for investment? You must develop multiple sources of income. After developing multiple sources of income, then you begin building your own legacy, which is the business. Isn't it that being an employee doesn't make you rich? It's all about business. You create your own legacy and start investing in different investment vehicle. Okay? So what are these particular kinds of investment vehicles? So let me share with you the different types or investment vehicles. The first one is stocks. In financial markets, we have two kinds of financial markets. We have capital market and we have money market. Money market is all about mortgage or for short term, for short term investments. So it is available. The products of this particular money market is available at the banks. Okay. The other one, it's in the capital market. Capital market involves stocks and bonds. Stocks, it's just like an ownership. You capitalize on this particular. Let's make it in layman's term. Okay. Layman's explanation. Stocks, it's more on capitalizing in a business or organization. And those particular business you capitalize in are using your money for them to operate. And what you will get, investment is all about return. And that's stocks. Let us think it this way. If you own a stock, in a particular or share in a particular company, you are part owner of this particular company. Okay? So you can read this particular all about stocks in different links. Okay? So just type stocks. How can I get or how can I invest in this particular stocks? But what is my task right now is for you to trigger your mind, for you to invest in different investment vehicle. That there is investment vehicle that will unleash the highest potential of your money. The second one, it's all about bonds. Bonds is all about a loan. You lend your money to an organization. Stocks is more on you capitalize. Bonds is more on about you lend your money to an organization and they will pay you interest. Again, you can search it in different platforms. And then the third one, it's all about real estate. Isn't it that one of the good investment is real estate? It's because land is appraising, isn't it? Land is the only asset that is appraising its value. It's increasing the price every now and then. Okay? And the best investment vehicle that you can do is for you to establish your own legacy, your own business model, which is business. And if you have no time for monitoring this particular investment vehicle, you can be engaged in mutual funds and the other like, as long as it will generate or it has the goal to generate income or appreciates its price. Okay? So, what are the investment considerations? I saw it in the first speaker slide. So, you must know about the time value of money. The time value of money states that the worth of your money today is more than tomorrow. Isn't it that 500 pesos in the Philippines or $200 in different countries or different currency is worth more than the previous years? They can purchase different things more than the previous years. So what's the story, or what's the moral of this particular time value of money? So as sooner you receive the cash, as sooner as you receive this particular amount, the better. And you must utilize it. You must work for the efficient usage of this. And then choose assets with high productivity. What you're going to do with that? Choose assets with high productivity. Research on this particular. Remember, in number 3, invest in what you know. You must always research and research and research about know how to invest in different investment vehicle. And know fundamentals. How do you know these particular fundamentals? Is this company worth investing for? Is this particular venture worth investing to? And then, when opportunity comes, don't waste it. That's number 5. Investment considerations. Do not waste a single opportunity, because opportunity may comes once only. Okay? So, one of the things I need to share with you before this is last slides of my presentation is for you to make a dream board. What is dream board all about? Because it will serve as your financial goals. What is your dream? For you to have a house, for you to have a relaxed family, for you to have a new car, for you to travel all around the world. Then you must realize the perks of having these particular dreams. What's the importance of this dream board? Because if you can see this every day, you will find ways for you to achieve it. It will start in your financial goals. So let me end this presentation for sharing this particular saying by Warren Buffett. The best investment you can make is an investment in yourself. The more you learn, the more you earn. And I thank you so much for listening, and I hope you learned something from this particular presentation.
Wow, sir, I have learned so much tonight, and that is an exciting, incredible presentation, sir. I have learned that knowledge on financial stress. To achieve financial freedom, we must have the correct management of our money. And everybody, we must choose being effective, especially on investing our hard earned money. And we should know about investment prerequisites, and that we must know the golden rules in investing, and how to lay out our budget, emergency funds, income protection, vehicles before investing to something. But what inspires me is that the steps in building our wealth, because knowing ourselves in generating income or appreciation through the different investment vehicles that Sir AJ said is the significant part in grasping our unique business sooner. So, what are we waiting for? Let's start making our map, build our dream board now, everybody, Sir AJ. So, once again, sir, thank you very much. I am certain our viewers have acquired so much that help us improve our skills. So with that, Sir AJ, we will see you on our Q&A later. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Okay, so everybody, it's time for our quiz. But before that, Hello. So, join at slido.com hashtag IGP quiz. Everybody, at this point in time, we have 70 users that have joined the quiz. Okay, once again, join at www.slido.com. The code is IGP quiz, and the link is in the comment box. All right, we have 90 participants and counting. All right, I would like to welcome the joiners: Desiree S. Biare, Mika Angela Guiyang, Donna Montalban, Carmela Vihaen, Maria Figuera, Maria Cristina Aquino, Edam Mauhay, Lamberto Pilatan Jr., Mardilays Quahotor, Helbert Ligaspi, and many more. So at this point in time, we have 125 joiners. Once again, I would like to welcome our new joiners, Bebe Achuela, Leia Ann Seralde, Iana Baltazar, Sherwin B. Sapin, Nia Jenica, Miguel, Catherine Salinas, Leoncia Sumikat, John Deo Parks, Rafael Shem Gapusan, Leoncia R. Sumikat. Welcome! Welcome everybody. We have 156 users that have already joined. So everybody once again, let's join at slido.com. The code is hashtag IGP quiz. Alright, at this point of time, we have 168 users. Question number one. Choose one scenario that can affect one's work performance. Man at work or money at work? One scenario that can affect one's work's performance. Okay, the correct answer is man at work. We have 46%. All right, well done. Second question. Which level of money works suitable only for the purpose of job? Is it level 1 or level 2? Which level of money works suitable only for purpose of job? Level 1 or level 2? Voting closed. And 71% answered level 1, and that is the correct answer. Leaderboard, still to Juan Miguel de Luna. Third question. Which level of money works suitable only for the purpose of investor? Is it level 2 or level 3? Is it level 2 or level 3? All right, everybody. Voting closed. And 56% answered level 2. But level 3 is the correct answer, and 44% got it right. All right. The number 4 question. When you first begin earning an income, budgeting is the critical financial skill that you need to master. Is it yes or no? All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Voting closed. 96% answered yes. And guys, The correct answer is yes. And 96% got it right. Well done, everybody. All right, before fifth question. Is it strategical to turn your retirement and pension savings to some expenses? Is it strategical to turn your retirement and pension savings to some expenses? Is it yes or no? Um, all right. 57% got it right. It is no. And still we have number one at Juan Miguel de Luna. Saving will always be an important goal for every life stage. So spending on things that can protect your family from risk is always a good investment. Is it yes or no? Saving will always be an important goal. So is it yes or no? All right. 98% answered yes. And it is the right answer. All right, Sir Juan Miguel, still the number one. And we have here the seventh question: whether you are a college graduate, a young professional, or the breadwinner of your family, making financial decisions can be easy. Is it true or correct? We have here 32% answered yes, but the answer is no, and 68% got it right. All right, the number eight question. Financial planning is just about saving and spending money. Is it yes or no? Is financial planning just about saving and spending money? Voting closed. And 66% answered no. It is the correct answer. And we will have the ninth question. Equity investments is referring to bonds investment. Is it true or false? True or false? All right, guys. Two and one. Voting closed. 75% answered true, but the correct answer is false. 25% got it right. Okay, number 10 question. Bond markets has high potential return than these stocks. So is it true or false? Bond markets has high potential return than these stocks. Is it true or false? All right. 59% answered true, but the correct answer is false. 41% got it right. Okay, have you seen? Congratulations to our quiz competition winners. We have here the top 10. Miss Queenie Wamil, Lorenzo Antonio, Maria Veranda Campos, Juan Miguel de Luna, Joel Binasor, Ariel Mabansag, Antoinette Magdalene de la Cruz, Madilas Quahator, Gina, and Jennifer Maula. Congratulations, quiz competition winners. All right. At this point, we will have our question and answer portion next. So, once again, congratulations, quiz competition winners, the top 10. Oh, three got a perfect score. Sir Wamil, Antonio, and Campos. Wow. All right. At this point in time, we will have our three speakers for the question and answer portion. After hello once again, netizens, and welcome, sirs, ma'am. All
Great
right, well,
evening.
hi, ma'am.
Hi
Hi,
again.
sirs. Hello. All right, we have our first question for Dr. Orencia. Sir, while insulating capital and long-term investments despite uncertain times, is it possible to secure ROI against excessive risk even at any point in the global economic cycle? Yes,
E-
sir.
oh, yes. So when we are talking about long term, it's more than 1 year. Okay. So it's feedbacking. Okay, so when we are talking about long term, it's more than a year. So more than 2, 3, 4 years from now. So what the business is targeting right now? What is the business in targeting right now? It's for our economy to recover, isn't it? That's the target of our economy right now. So therefore, if you invest now, which is the economy is down, the potential of the money or the potential of the return that you might receive is high. Okay? So, for example, so the stock price now is 1 peso. And the target of that particular business is for them to recover. So after 5 years, how much is the value of that particular stocks? How much is the interest rate? Okay? So I think the risk involved right now, because we have a principle in finance, because we have a principle in finance, the higher the risk, the higher the return. Okay, so it's okay for you to invest. It is possible to secure ROI, and the potential of the ROI is high in that particular investment vehicle if you're going to invest now.
Okay.
I hope that I have answered it. I have satisfied Miss Leonisha Sumikat. Thank you for addressing this particular question to me.
Okay. Thank you, sir. All right. While waiting for. Okay, we have our second question from Ma'am Rihanna Flores Siquinha. To all speakers, what do you mean by the levels of money and investments? To all speakers, what do you mean by the levels of money and investments? Yes, Ma'am Pao, would you like to answer first?
Yeah, and thank you for that wonderful question. I hope I can also answer with wonderful answer. Yeah. Um, well, the levels of money and investments, in terms of what particular level? I mean, in in a financial product, in financial protection. So it's very general term for us to really identify. If we're talking about a level of financial protection, we have to really consider uh, the term like insurance, income protection. It varies depending on how long would you like to maintain it. If it's an insurance alone, it's not an insurance is not an investment, right? So if it's insurance, it's a protection for your savings. Okay, so if we are considering the levels of money to protect, that's insurance. And if we're talking about investments, that's gearing towards the financial growth. So how long would you like you to invest, and how much would you like to earn much for this? So that's why we have to really have this wealth builder planning in order for us what certain level would you like to achieve from the first level. Is it from putting all your income, hard earned income in bank? Then the next one, after savings, you would like to protect it, another level. Then second, also you are also looking for investment that would also give you opportunity to have that highest income potential, or the one that said earlier by Dr. Orentia, the higher risk, the higher return, the lower risk, the lower return. So it depends on you, or depending on your risk profiling. The moment that you already learned all this level of money and investment, you have to really apply one step at a time. All right. I hope
Yes.
I already answered the question because it's very general for me. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, mom,
Okay.
for that information. And we have here, yes, to our two speakers, do you have something to add to, sirs? Um,
Siguro, yes, Miss Tel.
yes,
Oh,
sir.
yeah. Yes, Miss Tel. I think the question must be clarified, isn't it? So, when it comes to, as mentioned by Coach Pau, so what we are talking about the levels, maybe the amount, maybe she's talking about the amount, okay? So, there are so many investment vehicles to what level of money you have right now. So, there are so many, so you have to assess. You have to assess yourself first. So, in terms of investing in something. Okay. So let me just reiterate the phrase that I have mentioned in my presentation. Do not invest for what you don't know. Okay. So you must be clarified first before engaging yourself in this particular investment, in this particular level. So the money of yours, the knowledge of yours, and the investment vehicle you want to be engaged in must be at the same level too. Okay.
Yes, sir. That is clear. Yes, Sir Jericho, do you have something to add to that, sir? I sir.
Hello.
We can't hear
Hello.
your audio. Okay, we can hear the audio of Sir Jericho, but we will get back to him later. We are going to have the third question from Miss Lorraine Fernandez. How can we cope the stress for the financial problems nowadays? Yes, mom, sirs, who want to
Yes.
answer this question?
Yes, can I answer that, Miss? Can I answer the question of Miss Lorraine? So
Yes,
I
please.
think I have mentioned that particular financial stress in my presentation. That's the first slide that I have presented. So how can we cope up with the stress of the financial problems nowadays? It's because we must assess ourselves. But I just want to reiterate this particular process. Okay, so we have to assess ourselves. What are we now? What sources of income do we have right now? What are our inflows? Are we encountering really problem right now? So, are we encountering deficit or are we encountering surplus? So, financial problem is not a problem for a long term. Financial problem must be addressed as soon as possible. It's because it will dig you into more deeper into more deeper problem if you are not going to address that. So planning is very important. As mentioned by Dr. Jericho also in his presentation, they must budget. And the financial planning starts with a budget. Okay? So you must know your income, you must know your expenses, and you evaluate. Are you encountering deficit? Are you encountering surplus? If you're encountering surplus, very good for you. Then you must be engaged in different investment vehicle or build your emergency fund. But if you are encountering if you are encountering deficit right now, then you must understand the word credit management. You search for that.
Okay, I like that one. Another. All right, let's move on to our next question from Sir Ed Wahir Awas. To all speakers, what investment is safe to go with? To all speakers, what investment is safe to go with? Yes, Sir Jericho, would you like to be the first to answer this question, sir?
I have difficulty in wait.
Okay. Right now, sir, we can hear you clearly.
Uh, okay. So ma'am,
Okay, sir.
please repeat the question.
What investment is safe to go with? Sir, what
Okay.
investment is safe to go with?
There are a lot of investment scheme actually that you can invest. Make sure that before before going to some kind of investment, make sure that you understand. As long as you understand the mechanism of that investment, it is safe. So never agree for you do not know. So the number one principle in investment is learning how your money works. Okay. For example, in my area, I am in the Department of Education. I can invest in cooperatives. We have cooperatives. It's one of the simple investment scheme that we can have. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Uh,
Thank you very much for that answer, sir. Yes, sir, ma'am. Do you have something to add to in that question?
Again, my answer for that question is for them to assess themselves. Okay, risk appetite. I think Coach Pau has already mentioned in her presentation about the risk assessment of this particular. So what is your risk appetite? Are you aggressive? Because there are investment vehicle for those aggressive people. There are investment vehicle that is suitable for risk averse. Okay, so there are lots of variables that you need to consider before investing in something.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Another point. Okay, let's proceed on to Miss Lorraine for Mr. Peter Gallego's question. To all speakers, how would you define being financially literate? How would you define being financially literate? Yes, sirs?
Um, so I would go first to answer that
Yes, sir.
question
Yes.
as the first part of the our session today or tonight. Well, if we could define the financial literacy, it's the foundation of your relationship with money. And if you consider this as a lifelong journey of learning, then that's financial literacy. So how do we assess if we are financially literate? Just simple as if you are able to manage all your resources. Not only the money, I mean, yes, financial literacy, of course, but the the one that I already mentioned a while ago, the three essentials of life, the money, energy, and time. Because those are limited resources that we need to really understand. Why do I say so? If we are taking time to learn something, and it's not all about the money. If you are investing your time to learn, to grow with your career, to grow with your business, right? So you have to really identify what are the opportunities for you to grow, not only financially, but also spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. Because at this pandemic times, we have to balance everything, right? Hope you
Yes.
agree with me. It's not all about the money, because if we only see the one aspect of life, which is the finances, we are all get frustrated from this. Why? Because even the government, the entire government of each country is also uh, getting debts because of this effect of pandemic. But if you're taking time to look at yourself on what you have and what are the resources that you have to manage, to maximize, and these are uh, you can also consider to appreciate what you have, right? So your potential, your passion, and your purpose in life. I hope it answer that question.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Do you have something to
Ma'am, can I
add?
answer?
Oh, yes,
Can I
sir.
answer
That
the
was
question of Sir Peter?
yes, sir.
Okay. How would you define being financially literate? Well, financial literacy is always attached to financial well-being, and you cannot have this financial well-being without the knowledge of some financial management practices. I mentioned earlier the financial management practices. We have this saving practices, budgeting practices, spending practices, investing practices, and debt management services. All you need to do is to come up with the right decision with the right mindset. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Another point. All right. Yeah, Sir AJ, do you have something to add, or we will move on to the
Yes.
next question?
Let me just answer that very simple way.
Yes, sir.
If you have the ability to manage, kasi the meaning of, because the meaning of the meaning of finance, it's the arts and science of managing money. So if you have the ability to manage your money well, or your personal finances well, then you have financial literacy. Then you are literate when it comes to managing your money.
All right, guys, we have so much points with that one certain question. And we have here another question from Sir Lamberto Pilatan Jr. To our third speaker, Sir AJ, sir, Dr. Orencio.
Okay.
Which is better to invest, regular stock or preferred stocks?
There are advantages and disadvantages, ano? So you must evaluate it. So regular stocks, it's more on the common stocks. It's not regular stocks. It's the common stocks. It's being offered by the company. It's being offered by different companies, to where you are entitled for dividend sharing, and you are entitled for capital appreciation. When it comes to preferred stocks, you are entitled for a fixed amount depending on your appetite. But both have advantages and both has disadvantages over another.
All
That's very
right.
simple.
Thank you very much, sir. So, from Ms. Lizelle Cabanatan
Para sa akin na.
to Dr. Orencio. Yes,
Again
sir.
again and
You
again.
said a while ago, sir, that being an employee will not make us rich. Is this always true, sir? A simple question, sir, but
I
okay.
think on the brighter side, on how do you define that particular, how do you restate that particular Catriona Grace said in his answer to that particular Miss Universe? silver lining, okay?
Silver
On the
lining.
silver lining part, the silver lining part, technically, being an employee will not make us rich, because rich, it's more on, when we are talking about rich, it's more on millions, billions, okay? So, but again, on the brighter side, on the silver lining, how do you define rich? Is it financially rich, or rich in love, or rich in every people? It's more on satisfaction. If you are satisfied with your life right now, and then you are rich already. So it doesn't apply always.
Okay, sir. Thank you very
But
much.
now we are talking about money. We are
Yes.
talking about money, and then, if your question to me, if we are talking about money and personal finances, then being an employee will not make you rich. But if we are talking about in the other aspect, and then you must define being rich. What is being rich for you? Okay.
Yes, sure. That is a good one. All right, Sir Edward the Awas Jr. Once again to all speakers. The ad toro is safe to invest. Is the ad toro is safe to invest? Yes, sir, ma'am.
Okay. I think Edward is talking about an application. Applications just give you an information. The ad toro, I think I have I've seen it in Facebook, but it will just give you information. Okay, it will give you information for that.
Sorry for
So
that.
it's an additional knowledge. So it's okay. Um, but you must know the know-how this particular ad toro works. Is it for financing, or it is just for giving knowledge or additional data for you? Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you for that. All right. We have here another question from Roselier Cabasa to all speakers. Which is more profitable, stock market or mutual fund? Yes, sir, ma'am. Who would like to answer first?
Depending on the time, which is more profitable, stock market, because it's direct. We in finance, we have what we call direct investment and indirect investment, because mutual funds has professional fees, and stock markets, it's indirect. So it's you must be careful when you will direct invest in the stock market. In mutual funds, though, you are confident because there is a professional who is playing with your money or your investment. So, which is profitable, the potential in the stock market is high, but in the mutual funds market, there is share when it comes to the professional fees to one that will manage your investment. I hope that you have enlightened the Roseller with your question.
Wow, sir, that is enlightening, and we have so much points to gather in this question and answer. Once again, Ma'am Pau, Sir AJ, Sir Jericho, thank you very much for your valuable time. We hope to see you soon in
The
another
pleasure
session.
is ours.
Okay, thank you very much, Sir Ma'am. See you again soon. All right. At this point, we will have our certification process. Please note, daily are certificate details. Lifetime membership certificate only once in every session. Quiz completion certificates only top 10 in every session. Free international webinar certificates are for all our active participants. And you can have it here at www.eduigp.com. We have here an announcement starting from uh, 1st of August. We have a free international webinar daily. Time fixed at 6 p.m. PST, UTC plus 6. All right. We have a double bonus with regular webinars. Along with our regular webinars, we have also added webinars on every weekend, Sunday morning, month of September. September morning sessions date at 9:30 a.m. on September 19 and September 26. See you at 9:30 a.m. All right. If you have All right, we have triple bonus. Wow, from October, we will start webinar series program. You will get individual certificate for each webinar, and after submitting all certificates, you will receive a webinar series certificates. And they are loading it. It is a highly focused teaching strategies, research, assessment, pedagogy, tools and techniques, professional development, and communication skills. So, everybody attend our webinars. Our first webinar series program. We have 5 parts webinar series. And our first is the topic Authentic Assessment in Teaching and Learning. Part 1 is on October 1. Part 2, October 4. Part 3, October 7. Part 4, October 10. Part 5, October 26. See you guys. Okay, our second webinar series program. 4 parts webinar series. We have the topic Teaching English as a Foreign Language and Assessment. Part 1 on October 2, Part 2 on October 6, Part 3 on October 20, and Part 4 on October 24. Really, guys, you should visit IGP. Our third webinar series program topic is digital classroom engagement tools. This is a 5 part webinar series. Part 1 on October 11, Part 2 October 12, Part 3 October 13, Part 4 October 14, and Part 5 October 15. Okay, guys. So, we will now have announcement for our diploma certificate. After checking your activity and your submitted certificates, if you qualified, we will upload your diploma certificate on our website. You have to download it from our website. It is www.eduigp.com. And we started uploading from 13th of September. Check it out, guys. Okay, congratulations to everybody who have their diploma certificates. As you can see, you can visit EduIGP, click the diploma certificate, of Institute of Global Professionals. Sorry for the delay, but start from September 13, we have uploaded diploma certificates on our website. We will upload it gradually. Please check until you receive yours. It's https://eduigp.com/international diploma certificate. So check daily, guys. We have here an example copy of our uploaded certificate. So congratulations to everyone who have the diploma certificates. Once again, IGP always care about their well-wishers. So, we will have the certification process before. The step 1 is September 17. Today's program name is Financial Education. That is the step 1, guys. Step 2, certification link is now available in the comment box and pinned comment. Certification link will be available always in this program. We have posted it on Facebook page, Facebook group, YouTube description. So check it out. All right, guys, that is step two in certification process. Don't forget today's topic, the financial education. All right, guys. You can claim your certificates in two ways. We have a direct link from comment box, pinned comments below. And step 3, you should browse www.eduigp.com on the given link and you will redirect in this page of our website. As you can see on the screen, we have there the financial education. You have to click enroll now, enter the code which will be given. If you are new, create your account. If you have an account, then log in directly. After that, find the seminar title and get enrolled. Right, that's www.eduigp.com. And the most awaited part of this webinar, we have here the code for today. It's IGP 6565. Please note or screenshot or take note and that without code, no one is eligible for certificates. With code, you can claim your certificates anytime. So, guys, remember the code for today. And today's program name, Financial Education. That is step 4 of our certification process. Okay, guys. Step 5, we have here with code, click and get your certificate. As you can see the sample there, you have to get your certificate. Uh, but before that, you have to enter the code for today's program. That is IGP 6565. Step 6, your certificate will now be ready when you click the Get My Certificate. All right, Parila had gotten her certificate of today's program. Miss Maria Veneranda Campos have downloaded her e-certificate. All right, congratulations for those who have downloaded their certificates. Miss Love Nofable already got her certificate for today. So our free international webinar certificate is auto downloadable in PDF file. You don't need to download it manually. So check your device file manager. Sometimes it looks uncompleted, which is for your mobile screen size. But in PDF file, everything is okay. So if nothing is found in your file manager, please check your browser setting or update your browser or try with from a laptop or desktop. Okay, try another browser and you can have your certificate. You can join our all live programs. That is from Facebook page, Facebook group, YouTube channel, and from our website. If anyone missed any program due to some unavoidable issues, still, you can attend previous webinars with verified certificate. All right, congratulations to those who have claimed their certificates. Okay, remember guys, you can you can attend previous webinars with verified e-certificates anytime in www.eduigp.com. Dear participants, we have our core team members that are always ready in comment section to support you to find solutions. We have team customer service representatives from the FB page, Miss Charis Abejo Cabiros and Miss Janet Cablao. Yes, they are the team customer service representatives of IGP. That is on FB page. Our team customer service representatives in FB group. We have Miss Sherilyn Yamaguchi, Mr. Jonas Malingen, and Mr. Alonso Warren Caryaga. That is our lovely team customer service representatives. We have our team customer service representatives on YouTube channel, Mr. Kelvin Linato, Joel Danuog, and Sir Jeffrey Sayad. All right, our next webinar, September 18th, that is evening session. The power of positive thinking. We have three speakers, one from India, one from South Africa, and one from Mexico. Evening session tomorrow. See you all. We have a morning session, 188 morning session on September 19, entitled Interactive Learning Strategies in Education. We have three speakers from the Philippines. Evening session on September 19, entitled Psychosocial Issues of Students. We have three speakers, two from India and one from Australia. Evening session also on September 20. We have Skills Not Degrees, the future of employment globally. We have two speakers, one from India and one from Nigeria. That's September 20, guys. See you. Upcoming webinar, evening session. We have here electronic grade book for teachers. We have four speakers from the Philippines. Yes, for those. Evening session also on September 22. Doing business and training in the online world. We have three speakers, from one from Australia, Spain, and South Africa. All right. We have an evening session on September 24. That is character formation and educational leadership. We have two speakers from the Philippines. Okay, evening session on September 25, learning across areas of math, social studies, and assessment. We have three speakers from the Philippines. That is an evening session. Upcoming webinar, morning session. We have the 195th morning session of IGP, Learners' Mental Health. See you guys on September 26th with our two speakers from the United States. Evening session on September 26th. We have the value of enterprise and entrepreneurship education. We have two speakers from South Africa and one from Scotland. September 26th. See you guys. On September 27, we have evening session, English literature and psychology role in education. Two speakers from the Philippines. All right. Also, don't forget to check out our upcoming webinar on September 28th, evening session, entitled Innovative Teaching Strategies Amidst Pandemic. And we have two speakers from the Philippines. Also, evening session on September 29, we have communication skills in teaching and learning process. One speaker from Vietnam, one from India, and one from Greece. See you guys on September 29. Evening session also on September 30, entitled Healthy Living Equals Successful Living. We have one speaker from United States, one from India, and two from the Philippines. That is on September 20. Okay, our upcoming webinar on October 1 evening session. Our webinar series 1, part 1. That is authentic assessment in teaching and learning. Part 1, guys. Upcoming webinar 202 on October 2. We have a webinar series 2, part 1. That is teaching English as a foreign language and assessment. Part 1. We have two speakers from Indonesia. Check it out, guys. All right, on October 3, we have a 203rd morning session. That is acing the new normal education. We have three speakers from the Philippines. Okay. Evening session also on October 3. That is disaster preparedness and climate change adaptation. We have three speakers from the Philippines. October 3. IGP evening session upcoming webinar. Webinar series 1. Authentic assessment in teaching and learning part 2 on October 4. We have two speakers, one from Indonesia and one from Bangladesh. Evening session on October 5, entitled Competency Based Teaching. We have a speaker from the Philippines and one from India. Upcoming webinar are 207 evening session on October 6. That is Teaching English as a Foreign Language and Assessment, Part 2 of our webinar series 2. And we have two speakers from Indonesia. Evening session also on October 7. We have Authentic Assessment in Teaching and Learning Part 3. Two speakers, one from Indonesia and India. Upcoming webinar, October 8, Strategies in Competent-Based Curriculum. That is 209. We have three speakers from the Philippines. The 209th IGP webinar. Okay, guys. Evening session, upcoming webinar on October 9. We have here Mr. Jimter Disena of the Philippines talking about the implications of theories of reading to the teaching of reading. That is October 9, 6 p.m. UTC. We have our 211th morning session, upcoming webinar on October 10, Bringing Character Education in Classroom. We have two speakers from the Philippines. Also, an evening session, upcoming webinar on October 10, Authentic Assessment in Teaching and Learning Part 4. Two speakers from Indonesia on our webinar series 1. Evening session also on upcoming webinar October 11. We will have Sir Buenavides Gerundio Jr. of Philippines, entitled Digital Classroom Engagement Tools with Ed Puzzle. That is part 1 of our webinar series 3, October 11. Evening session on October 12. part 2 of our webinar series 3, that is digital classroom engagement tools with How2B. Check out Sir Norman Lanes of Philippines. Evening session also on October 13. Digital classroom engagement tools with Google Sites. Alright guys, Sir Arturo de Leon of Philippines will be our speaker. Alright, an evening session, the part 4 of our digital classroom engagement tools with Wakelet. Sir Norman Lanes of Philippines. The part 5 of our webinar series 3, the digital classroom engagement tools overview. We have the 3 speakers from the Philippines. Upcoming webinar, October 18, evening session entitled Personality Traits and Technology Acceptance. We have 2 speakers from Pakistan. Upcoming webinar, October 19, evening session, Subconscious Mind and Success. 1 speaker from the Philippines and 1 from India. 222 upcoming webinar on October 20, evening session. We have webinar series 2 entitled Teaching English as a Foreign Language and Assessment, part 3. We have 2 speakers from Indonesia. All right, evening session on October 22. We will have Mr. Feruz Akbaru of Uzbekistan, Mastery in Public Speaking. Upcoming webinar on October 24. Morning session. It's the 226th morning session of IGP. We have the 21st century teaching and learning demystified. We have 2 speakers from Indonesia. Evening session on October 24. That will be our 227th webinar series 2, Teaching English as a Foreign Language and Assessment, part 4 on October 24. 2 speakers from Indonesia. On October 25 evening session, we will have Sir Ronel de Guzman of the Philippines. Untitled, our topic is The Process to be a Tibet Trainer. Evening session on October 26. Topic is Authentic Assessment in Teaching and Learning, Part 5. 2 speakers from Indonesia. On October 28th, evening session, we will have Professor Bob A. Aguilar of the Philippines. Topic is International Political Economy. Evening session on upcoming webinar, October 30. Topic is Different Teaching Modality. And we will have 2 speakers from India. Evening session on November 2 with the topic Educational Engagement with Brain Boosting. We will have 1 speaker from India, Sir Dinesh Kumar. Upcoming webinar, November 6 evening session, Transcending Optimism in School Management. We will have Mr. Alberto M. Dizon of Philippines. Evening session on November 16, Expanding Your Virtual Classroom with Google Workspace. We have 2 speakers from the Philippines. Check out our evening session webinar on November 21. We will have Sir J. Mark Cornella, Gmail Productivity Hacks, Thinking Outside the Box. The Inbox. See you guys on November 21. Evening session on November 23. We will have the blended pedagogy. we will have a speaker, Miss Shanoli Ray of India. All right. Once again, the code for tonight is IGP 6565. Today's program is financial education. Don't forget to screenshot or take note. Without code, no one is eligible for certificates. With code, you can claim your certificates anytime. So guys, don't forget to celebrate with us. Check in IGP. And with that, again, IGP is grateful to our speakers today. Thank you so much to our guest speakers. And dear trackers, I would like to thank you all for attending today's session. We are confident and positive you learned something new today, which you will be grasping and applying it to enrich career growth, especially in your life. So don't forget to collect your e-certificate and give a check-in with IGP. Celebrate with IGP. That is the link mentioned below and on our website, www.edu-igp.com. Spread the information with your friends and community. We hope to see you all again in the upcoming webinar. Until then, thank you. Let's face this pandemic with positivity by nourishing our skills at home with IGP. I am your host, Miss Del, saying, stay joyful, stay safe, signing out. Goodbye.